If you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television.
Sunny's dumb. Certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a wealth.
As you may heard, I filed a few lawsuits, and I'm in the court now because they accuse me of doing stuff that I never did in my life, and they wrote lies, and I will not allow that. I will fight till the end because I don't want that they damage my reputation and my name.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's
agree
a
on that. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
Melania Trump is making headlines with a high-profile lawsuit against the hosts of The View, valued at a staggering $100 million. This legal battle is causing a stir in the media, leaving many curious about the details. The former First Lady is suing the hosts after some controversial comments were made about her during a live broadcast, sparking a major public dispute.
Hates Christmas. Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want anything to do with him. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
I said to my husband that, the language is inappropriate. It's not acceptable. And I was surprised because that is not the man that I know. But my husband is real. He's raw. He tells it as it is. He's kind. He's a gentleman. He supports everybody.
The tension is palpable, like a pressure cooker about to burst, and Melania Trump isn't holding back. So, what were these controversial comments? During a recent episode, the hosts discussed Melania's time in the White House, and their opinions were anything but flattering. One host even suggested that Melania didn't seem to enjoy her role as First Lady, implying she wasn't exactly thrilled with her marriage to Donald Trump. They made all sorts of assumptions about their relationship, even questioning whether she truly liked her husband. But that wasn't all. They also criticized her personal decisions, such as her redecoration of the White House and her approach to Christmas traditions.
He was cheating while Melania was pregnant.
That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge has ruled that won't come up.
We're in television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yeah.
It's like people should look at him and say, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not me.
The host portrayed Melania as someone dissatisfied, struggling in her role, and failing to meet public expectations. It was a lot to absorb. Naturally, these comments didn't sit well with her, so she's taking strong action. Melania has filed a defamation lawsuit, claiming the host's statements were not only false but also severely damaging to her reputation. This isn't just about hurt feelings, it's about defending her name and image from what she views as baseless and harmful attacks. And it doesn't end there. Enter Joe Rogan, the podcast icon and media critic. Rogan didn't hold back, calling out The View for what he sees as clear hypocrisy. He reminded everyone that just a few years ago, Trump and Melania were frequent guests on the show, receiving cheers and warm embraces from the hosts.
I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of a way to get it down. The episode of you when you were on The View, when you were running for president.
Right.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
We love it.
They're talking about you as such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this. Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
Fast forward to today, and The View is being treated like public enemy number one. Rogan described it as a calculated narrative shift, driven more by political motives than any real principle. But that wasn't all. Rogan didn't just target Trump. He took aim at the show itself, criticizing its emphasis on sensationalism rather than substance. He even joked on his podcast, if you average out the IQ of The View hosts, you might still struggle to hit triple digits. Ouch, his audience loved it. Now, you might be wondering, why does this matter beyond the drama? This case raises some big questions. What can and can't be said about public figures?
The View.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's been overwhelming my past couple days. So I just went in there, did my thing. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know who Sunny Hostin was. I actually still really don't know. So I wasn't expecting necessarily for her to kind of try to ambush me in that way and attack my character in that way.
Well, it is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rabies-infested henhouse.
If Melania wins, it could set a major legal precedent, changing how the media covers the personal lives of celebrities and public figures. This could have significant consequences for how shows like The View handle coverage of politicians, celebrities, and anyone in the spotlight. While this isn't The View's first controversy, this one is different. We're talking about the former First Lady of the United States suing one of the most watched talk shows in the country. This is next-level drama, and let's take a moment to talk about timing. Melania is filing this lawsuit while Donald Trump is making headlines for other reasons. Some are speculating that this lawsuit might be a strategic move to shift media focus back to Melania, especially with all the political heat surrounding her husband. Whether it's a calculated decision or simply frustration, one thing is certain.
You know who has been bragging all over the campaign trail about how he's the one that overturned Roe v. Wade, but apparently his wife has different thoughts on the reproductive rights after posting this video plugging her memoir. Take a look.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
That you would have to be sitting here defending him.
You never thought about that, but I'm not surprised in one way, because a lot of people, they're against my husband and he's run for president, so nothing surprised me.
It's got to be hard though. I mean, it's got to be a difficult thing.
In one way, it's hard because press, it's very dishonest, and it's a lot of lies that they've written also about me as my husband. And you need to defend yourself all the time.
That is violent. They've got to stop talking like that about a former president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just ignorant. Because I do want to get back to this point with the left and Melania Trump. Why can't she just be her own woman and have separate?
And she can.
And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from The View.
And I
look,
agree.
The View is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why did they handle